What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Baba today at the request of J Mart. We're doing this for you, my friend. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into it. Alibaba sitting at $98. I remember the last time I talked about this, right? I want to say it was sometime last year, and I was saying that you're probably going to go to new all-time lows. Well, looks like that didn't happen. You did make a run for it, and you came back up. That's nice. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that you're still absolved of seeing new lows. I think that you will in time, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. You know, this is a pretty big move up, relatively speaking, right? With not a lot of volume. It's interesting how most of the volume, at least on a monthly basis, we still have 7 days and 18 hours in the month. It is Wednesday today, so tomorrow it'll be Thursday, Friday. You've probably got like 5 days left in this month. It says 8 days, but you probably got like 5 or 6 days left in the month, right? As far as stock market open days go, all I'm trying to say is there's still time left in the month. You already have more volume than last month, and it's above average volume, right? Above average. That's what whenever you see these little lines here, the histogram, the little thin lines that you can like barely notice. When you're above that, that means you're above average volume, right? Here, this month was below average. You can see below average. This month, above average. Certainly the highest volume month that you've seen since May, and it's coming at a rejection. All that to say, I think this is a bull trap. You're about to get that correction, and potentially this could be the move that breaks you down to new all-time lows, if not very near the current all-time lows that you have. I guess these would actually be the all-time lows, but same thing, right? Double bottom there, whatever. Generally speaking, whenever you see a double bottom like this, right, when you have a low like this, a very significant low, you have another low like this, you get a move like this, right, you would expect to continue to grow out of it. The fact that you just gave it back, really, and you're struggling to exit this zone, you clearly are, makes me think that you are going to move down. I would feel confident or comfortable at least saying that you are in some kind of horizontal channel right now, a horizontal, yeah, let's call it a horizontal channel. You're in a box. Generally speaking, with these, you tend to continue with the direction that you came into the pattern with. So if you move down and form this pattern, you tend to continue that direction. I say tend to, it's like 60% of the time you move down, 40% of the time you could break out the other direction, right? It's not a perfect science, but the statistics are in favor more of going down. And with this look right now, with the volume coming in, I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. I want to look at the low here to the high, and then we can wrap this bad boy up. I mean, that's a nice area of support. It's a nice move up. I just don't get why you didn't continue. And this is absolutely a rejection, so I wouldn't expect that this is it, right? I wouldn't expect that this will be some small thing and you come back up. I would expect a more serious retracement from maybe we should just take that, actually. I mean, at least you're at 98 bucks, at least down to $91, but truthfully, I think you're going to return to that 77 zone, 73 zone, and if that doesn't hold, and I'm not expecting it to, but if it does hold, cool. You have a chance of breaking out of this to the upside and proving me wrong. But if this doesn't hold, which I don't think it will, maybe you hold it as support, whatever, at first, and then you break down, maybe just tear straight through it, you're likely going to see new all-time lows. And those all-time lows would come in at prices around $47 to $36, something like that, based off of the range we have here. If we take this into consideration, this very large kind of extended range here, the technical next target would be all the way down at 41.28, which does line up with our expected zone based off of this fib. I'm going to delete this fib here so we can see a little bit more clearly what's going on. Come on, if I could just get the white lines. There we go. Get that circle out of the way. Just move you over here. All right. You tipped the 886, the 1886 deep extension very well. You tipped your 1618 as well. Holding the 1272 as resistance, an area that you found resistance at before. You know, getting above it here, this is really nice. Closing above it is nice. This look actually is really nice, but what you did this month negated all of that. Now it actually makes it look worse. It really does to me look as if you're going to hit that next fib level. Generally, whenever you're looking at fibs like this, whenever you progress through the fib levels, you will see, right, like you found support let's go all the way back, actually, right? You found support at the 886. The next level to go to would be the 1272. You found support there. You moved up a little bit the following month, but then you moved down all the way to the 1618. Technically, the next support level is the 1414. You didn't find support there, but shooting past the next support level happens also. But you hit the 1618, a very significant level, okay? The next level that you hit was the 1886, right? You're just stair-stepping your way down. You've got a little productivity here, but when it really mattered, you didn't follow through, and that sucks. That really sucks. So it sucks for anyone who's bullish. Good for anybody who's bearish, I suppose. I genuinely would expect in time we see prices as low with how well you've respected this fib all the way down to the 618 being tipped over here, right? The golden ratio itself as resistance. With how well you've been respecting this fib, I would definitely safely assume you're going to see that $40 range, $40 to $50 range here. You know, over the year, like 2025, maybe it takes longer than that. Like this is the monthly chart, right? So it does take time. So all that to say, I just think it's moving down. Definitely not in favor of a long-term hold on this unless you're shorting it. Weekly time frame, the weekly RSI actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but you might break it soon. You haven't broken it yet, to be fair. If you hold the line here, you could stand to prove me wrong. I don't know. Hey man, that's a lot of volume on the move up actually. The monthly time frame makes it look a little different, but you know, on the move down, you don't have that much volume, to be fair. High to low, I don't know, man. You stand a chance. Prove me wrong. Hold that $94 area. You know, if you go to like $93, $90 itself, whatever, that's okay. But just like if you can hold this, I would really say I could be wrong, right? You hold this 382 area, I could be wrong. Really, you hold that 618 area too, I could be wrong. But I don't know. I would say if you break $80 to the downside, it's very likely that you're going to continue. You'll see a 50% drop from there, right? You'll drop to like $40, $40 to $50, something like that. You break out of this ascending formation that you have in your weekly RSI trend, then yeah, everything I'm saying is true. So I guess it does depend on what you do in the short term. J-Mart, if you want to check in on this like next week or even like throughout the weeks periodically, it might be worth it. But if things go the way I think they're going to go, then it's probably not worth it. It's just going to be exactly what I've said this whole video. So a little bit of glimmer of hope here at the end. I'm not going to lie. I think that there is a chance. You are at areas of previous resistance. You could even go down here to previous resistance and find support. You have a chance, but you got to show up. You got to show up right now, man. Not going to lie. The daily volume and the weekly volume has me a little bit more optimistic for this. The daily and the weekly charts have me a little bit more optimistic than the monthly chart does. But time will tell. Time will tell. So definitely one way or another, whether I'll be proven wrong and it doesn't go all the way down, it just moves down and then finds support and then moves up higher. Either way, it is going to move lower from here. I'm very confident it will. At a minimum, I would think that you're going to move to around that like $90 area, $95 area. At a maximum, it could be as low as $40, $50, maybe even lower than that. So, but again, those prices, those lower targets, that would take time. It would take like not just several months, but like a year, years maybe even, right? Like it would take time. How long did it take for you, you know, when you're up in this consolidation range up here, like whenever you finally broke out, how long did it take for you to move to this low? You know, that was July 2021. You found your low in October 2022, you know, so it on a monthly basis, it looks like it's moving fast, but it takes time. Even when it's moving fast, it takes time. So that's that. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.